Virgo, welcome to February 2019. My name is Colleen and this is my channel Arcana Rising. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck this month. And this is actually the deck that I'm giving out to everyone that attends my workshop on February 23rd at Terra Soul Sanctuary Yoga Studio in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you are in the area, please definitely check that out. I have the link below. It's called Spread the Love Workshop. And we'll be talking about how to interpret the cards for love and relationship topics, questions. And then we'll be going into some specific cards in more depth as well. So it's going to be lots of fun, lots of stuff to learn in this lovey-dovey month of February. And I'm also going to be using the Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue as well. I'm going to be pulling one card from that at the end of the reading. So while I shuffle and wait for the cards to present themselves to us, if you're interested in receiving a love and relationship reading, you can go to my website in the link below where it says book a reading. I'm offering love and relationship readings for $22 for the month of February only, and it's a written interpretation reading that you'll receive in a PDF through email. So definitely check that out. It's a really good deal, and it's only available until February 28th. So, okay, there we go. I almost feel like those two want to be together, so we'll see. Just waiting for a couple more cards. Thanks for your patience while we wait for these cards to present themselves. Thank you. Whoa. Thank you. Okay. Is that all of them? Yes. Okay. Okay. So, this feels like a pretty positive month. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups here, right next to each other. So it feels like I heard when these cards came out, I heard working out the kinks. So we're working out the kinks to find the best way to set a tone for what it is that you're trying to achieve this month and in the months ahead. So I feel like this is definitely a getting down to business month for you guys, working out the kinks to fine-tune your methods. And it's a very, very focused energy until we get towards the middle of the month where you're faced with lots of decisions to make. So you're being challenged with lots of different decisions going on that can be a little bit stressful for you in trying to determine which is the right way to go. But I'm going to tell you right now that whatever decision you decide to go with is going to be the right decision for you at that moment in time. Or there's lots of different tasks that are coming up that you have to handle towards the middle of the month. And it's just a matter of like, what do I start with first, and how do I, finish this up? How do we tackle this issue? So I feel like that's why it's important to kind of work out a method in the first week or the first half of the month so that you can tackle each task in a more productive way. So I feel like that's the energy of the beginning of the month, is working on the best ways to be productive, which I think is something that's right up your alley. As a Virgo, you guys know how to find the best way to achieve the greatest results. So I feel like that's like right in your wheelhouse, really, this month. This card keeps coming up for every sign. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. And I'm talking about the Queen of Swords. But we have the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords here, which feels like it's interesting because you're going from focusing on the physical, physical tasks in front of you, like tackling one thing at a time, to going to a more spiritually connected self in the second half of the month, spiritual and mental aspects of the self. And I feel like probably, finding a pace in what it is that you are working through this month opens up something intuitively for you, where you can receive some intuitive guidance on how to approach these things, or in the process of tackling these tasks, it becomes like this meditative state for you, where it's easier for you to receive those messages. And it's like stepping into this gateway, because I really feel like there's something that you are breaking through this month to a place that is, I'm hearing like a more pure place, more honest and truthful place. So, which is very interesting. So like you're working through the kinks, tackling tasks, stepping through into something that is more truthful, more honest, more direct. So some very direct energy. So it could be like some messages coming your way towards the end of the month. So intuitively, like listening intuitively is going to help you to receive some messages that you need in order to stay in your authenticity in the coming months ahead. So this is interesting. Let's see here. Yeah. There's something about working with this divine spiritual energy that is going to help to inspire you to come from a more honest and realistic place, which is usually something that is very easy for Virgos to achieve by, being brutally honest in a way. You guys have this ability to just stick to the facts of things, but there's something that is presenting itself to you this month on a spiritual and intuitive level that helps you to stay in your truth and speak up when it's important. Okay, so that's what it is. And speaking up when it's important towards the end of the month. And this card, the Queen of Swords, has been coming up a lot for everyone about, staying in their truth, speaking up, not, facing the truth of a situation, cutting through the emotional stuff. which I feel like is something that may come up in the first half of the month, because it feels like there's so many things that I have to do, and it triggers an emotional response. And I feel like that's probably why you start to get into your intuition and trust that more, so you know the right process to take in achieving what it is that you need to achieve at first, and then you can get back into like cutting through the emotional aspects and getting down to business. So it's like getting down to business in the beginning of the month, getting down to business towards the end of the month, and in between working through some emotional triggers and elevating yourself to a higher place so that it's easier for you to assess the situation. So I just pulled a card from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck, and we have past life relationships. You have known each other before. So I feel like this could be saying that the Queen of Swords at the end of the month is someone that you have known before, somebody that is very honest, is an air sign, you know, Gemini and Aquarius or Libra, air sign there, but I feel like definitely more so Gemini than the other signs, but that's just a little tidbit there. So you could be meeting somebody that has been connected to a past life towards the end of the month that can be a little bit blunt, but also very realistic, and that's something that I think that's something that you enjoy, having somebody that is just as real as you can be, or can assist you through what's going on in the middle of the month that's triggering some emotional reactions. Or it's saying that what I first heard was this is like a karmic cycle that you're working through that's challenging you to really tune into this higher aspect of the self for fine-tuning your divine purpose, I feel like is what's going on. So it's like fine-tuning your intentions for your, like, what your soul is calling you to do. And it feels like there's so many other things that you want to do, and it's like we're whittling away the parts that aren't that important and focusing on what is your true intentions for your soul's purpose, and that's going to open a gateway of truth here. So you're working through the process of opening this intuitive aspect of yourself that opens this whole other world to you, that shows you your truth, that shows you your most authentic desires, your most authentic truth, and it shows you how to get there objectively. But you have to work through that emotional, intuitive aspect first before you can see things more clearly towards the end of the month. So things may feel a little frazzly and hazy in the middle of the month, but you start to gain some clarity towards the end of the month by connecting with your soul, by connecting with your spirit, and heeding the advice of what is being guided towards you. Okay, Virgo. Yeah, you're fine-tuning your goals for your life's purpose. You're fine-tuning the goals that are more aligned with what is intended for you in this lifetime. Okay. So that is your message, Virgo. I really hope that you enjoyed listening to this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe if you do. And if you're interested in receiving a love and relationship reading, this month of February, I'm offering that for $22 only, and you can click book a reading in the links below. If you're in North Carolina, please check out my workshop, Spread the Love workshop, also in the links below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see